Popular tech reviewer Marques Brownlee recently came under fire for posting negative reviews on several products and effectively ending those companies with just one video, begging the question, are influencers too powerful? Powerful enough that they're able to bankrupt companies and ruin the lives of all those involved? And if so, are they responsible for holding back their negative opinions? Marques Brownlee is well regarded in the tech side of YouTube, where he's amassed over 18 million subscribers. With the reputation of being a fair, authentic, and detail-oriented tech reviewer, plenty of people value him and his opinion. With so many people looking to him for his approval, each review he publishes has the ability to make or break companies. More on this later. Although we're going to focus on Marques for the sake of this video, this applies to any influencer that reviews or advertises products to their viewers. In today's day and age, it's not uncommon for people to look to influencers and online personalities for their thoughts on products that they're interested in. And I know the term influencer gets thrown around a lot, so it's important to clarify what they specifically are and what they do. One definition commonly used is a person who is able to generate interest in something, such as a consumer product, by posting about it on social media. It's not an inherently new concept, and even though the definition mentions social media, the idea of using public figures to advertise and recommend products can be seen throughout history. With the ability to sway the opinion of large groups of people, we find ourselves in a bit of a dilemma. Look, it's definitely scary to think that an online personality with a large following could easily inflict a lot of damage to a company or even another person. Doxing and harassment happens more often than they should, and it's just one example of how public figures can use their audience to harm others. With so many people willing to go to such extreme lengths for their influencer of choice, companies have to be very careful with who they associate with and who they make enemies of. Getting in the good books with the right people can mean lots of additional revenue, but the opposite is also true. When a trusted figure doesn't recommend a product or service, it can be catastrophic for companies, leaving them in damage control mode. So when Marques published these two recent negative reviews, tweets like this were going viral and starting discussions on the power and responsibility an influencer holds. I find it distasteful, almost unethical, to say that when you have 18 million subscribers. Hard to explain why, but with great reach comes great responsibility. Potentially killing someone else's nascent project reeks of carelessness. First, do no harm. There was also this tweet which tried to draw a parallel between the Rabbit R1 and some of humanity's greatest creations like the plane, the light bulb, and the vape. And this isn't the first time he's been the subject of criticism. Another controversial moment in Brownlee's career was when he gave a negative review of this Fisker EV and seemingly killed the company. But before we can continue to talk about the role Brownlee and other influencers play, let's make something clear. Spider-Man quote aside, I can understand where they're coming from. People often forget that companies have employees, so if companies go under, then the employees and their families are impacted too. But people also forget that it's the company's responsibility to deliver a product or service as advertised to their customer. That means even the most absurd products, like a device that lets you talk to fish, should deliver on that claim. If the product is being sold as a finished product, not a beta or alpha or work in progress, then a customer shouldn't have to wait for a company to update their product further down the line. Look no further than the gaming industry for examples of companies getting away with this, time and time again. This right away highlights an issue with the logic of a lot of these detractors. When customers are using their hard-earned money to buy these finished products, it should work as advertised. So how does a customer ensure that the product they're thinking of buying is actually good? They watch reviews, they listen to other people's opinions, and an honest, genuine person will tell you the truth about their thoughts on a product, regardless of the potential financial benefit. Sadly, it's not uncommon for people to push scams and useless products to their fans, but it's important to remember that trust and influence is finite. I mean, how many times can you push Raid Shadow Legends and still have your audience value your recommendations? It's one thing to be famous, but to have genuine influence like Brownlee does, your word is the most important thing. Or if you're known for being a liar, or having a compromised opinion, then people will quickly learn that you're not one to be trusted. The truth of the matter is that there's value in saying no, of being critical and transparent about things you don't like. If you like everything, then do you truly like anything? Your opinion becomes useless because your seal of approval has no scarcity. It's like rating every movie a 9 out of 10, or taking every single brand deal that gets thrown your way. And deep down, everyone knows this. As nice as it sounds, in theory, nobody really trusts a yes man. Now, that's not to say that nobody gets negatively impacted from a bad review on a product. If people value your opinion, then they'll believe you when you say something sucks. This is actually why a negative review from a trusted influencer can do a lot of damage. Trusted voices can cause people to skip out on certain products and end up losing companies a lot of money. But that's okay. That's actually how it should be. Customers lose when they get sold on a product that's actually no good. So it's the job of an influencer, and especially a product reviewer, to recommend good products and be critical of bad ones. A lot of influencers forget that even though companies might be paying them, it's their audience that makes them. So it's easy to look at the backlash that Brownlee's getting and easily classify it as unreasonable. If he omitted the truth, or worse, lied, then his audience would be the one who suffers, and that backlash would come back to haunt him. And in my opinion, it'd be justified. Instead, fans can look at his reviews and know that when he says he likes something, he truly means it. But I'm curious to know what you guys think of this whole controversy. Do you think it's fair that Marques Brownlee is receiving the backlash he's been getting? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here, I'd really appreciate it if you could go ahead and leave a like on the video and subscribe for more videos like this. With all that said, thanks for watching and stay winning.